To share with you this green smoky eye look that I created by using a Wet n Wild palette by the Fergie Center Stage collection called Camouflage Couture, which looks like this right here. This palette created this eye look and what you're seeing, and if you want to see more on how to achieve this look, just keep watching the video and I will see you all in another video again shortly. Later, babes. Hey GlamDollz, I'm so excited to begin by using my Sonia Cashew limited edition red ombre brush set that I scored from Target in a recent haul. So I'm going to begin by priming my entire mobile eyelid all the way up to the brow bone, as you can see, and then I'm going to use this right here, which is my Mineralized Skin Finish, as a transitional color, and a transitional color helps us even out the entire eyelid space and the eye overall for the next application of color, which is my matte Cosmetics Saddle Brown. So I'm taking this and applying it directly into the crease in a windshield type motion. I'm doing this to help carve the crease out and prepare the eye for the next application, which is my E.L.F. Cosmetics Duo Cream Eyeshadow. I'm using the black portion as a base. Since I'm using dark colors, I really want them to stand out, so I'm patting that on. And I'm going into this palette right here and taking the Winter Hunter Green looking color. And with the flat shader brush, I'm just patting that on, GlamDollz. We're not blending at this point. We're just patting on. So now that we just pat this on, I'm now going to take a clean blending brush. And here is where I begin to blend and blend and blend some more. And this is where you're really going to start on your blending game. Yes, but I'm going to blend that out to avoid having harsh lines, and then I'm going to go back into the palette, and this time with a fluffier brush, I'm taking that lighter color green and placing it over the Hunter Green. Yes, this is what's going to really help the eye begin to shimmer and sparkle, as you are seeing. And with that same clean blending brush, I'm going to go back and blend again. You're going to see a lot of blending in this video because we don't want any harsh lines. So now that I blended that out, I'm going back into the palette again and taking the other lighter green and placing that only in the center over where I previously placed the other color green, just in the center, because this is how I'm building the eye up on the intensity of its color. And then I'm gonna go back and with that saddle brown color, go back into my crease and continue to blend that color in there, and this is where I begin to bring it upward. So now I'm taking the gold color, and that color is really just a shimmered color, and I'm taking that and again patting it on the center area of the eye. That's what's going to really help this to sparkle, and we're going to blend and blend and blend some more, and we're going to keep on blending and go back into the palette with the darkest green like in the beginning, and this is where I focus in on that outer V. This is where the smokiness begin to build up. Focusing on the outer V and slightly dragging it into the crease in a windshield type motion, and then taking the blending brush again and blending some more, and blending and blending. And like I told you, you're going to see a whole lot of blending in this video, and you're going to keep on blending. So now that I blended my eyes to death, I finally added my false eyelashes and gel liner and moved into my face, the fun part. So I done primed my face, and I'm also using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and with the stipple brush that comes with the red ombre set, I'm just putting a light coat of my foundation first. That's because I'm going to then move into using my under eye concealer, which is by my LA Girl Pro HD concealer, and with a clean beauty blender dupe, I decided to spritz my Avion Mineralized Moisturizing Facial Spray. Yes, and with that beauty blender dupe, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree, this is where I begin to blend out my under eye concealer. And now that that's blending out, I go back with a facial brush, more so like a kabuki brush. And then with the rest of the foundation that I've already had, I'm now going to begin blending my entire face in, avoiding my under eye area to where I previously placed the concealer. And I'm just going to really blend it all together because I don't want any harsh lines or demarcation. So now that I'm doing that, I'm going to use my Ben Nye Banana Powder. And here's where I begin to lightly baked underneath the areas of my eyes. And the reason why I'm saying lightly, because I do want the highlighted look, but I don't want the over highlighted look, yet I do want it highlighted. If that all kind of makes sense to you, GlamDollz. So now that I'm highlighting, I decided to do the bridge of my nose and some reverse contouring by highlighting the jawline area of my face. That is what helps to give me that more chiseled look, if that also kind of makes sense. So now that I've done that, I wait a few moments for that to bake in, and then I move into my Makeup Forever face setting powder. And with a stipple brush, I just brush that on my entire face, and this is what helps bring color back into my face, as well as setting my foundation and my concealer all over again. And like I said, with a stipple brush, I like to do that because it gives me a light dusted coat. Absolutely is loving it. So now that I've done that, I'm moving into my favorite blush by Milani Cosmetics Rose de Rio. I've tried so many other blushes, but I always come back to this one. It gives me just the right warmth to my face. And I'm using my Fergie Hollywood Boulevard highlighter. Yes, a little bit of this goes a long way. Look at that. Look at that right there. A tiny bit of this absolutely does go a long way. It's hard to find, but I do have it linked down in the description box below because it's only $5. So if you're interested in picking one up, check that info box down below. So now that I've highlighted the areas of my face, I'm then moving into my favorite nude lipstick of all time. Absolutely love a classic nude lip, and applying my lip gloss, and then this concludes my look. Yeah, not bad, right? To say that this palette was only $5. Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, I like it. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to let's stay connected. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I will see you all in another video again shortly. Later, babes.